Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs out there, Sebastion, Envi, style cinephile, and as one tweet I think I saw online put it, the suits are out. Superman suit, we got another look at it, as well as Mr. Flippin' Terrific. Let's geek about it for a scant few minutes. Now, set photos hit the internet today on Superman Legacy, which is currently filming. Started filming back in February. It's filming until August. It's like July of 2025 when it's going to come out. But there was some flack, some bitching, some moaning, complaining. Let's be real. There's always going to be bitching, moaning, and complaining when there are fans and the internet and social media involved. So a lot of people in that first look that James Gunn gave us of David Cornsweet in the super suit, and he was like sitting in the chair, and it looked like he was kind of putting the suit on, and people were like, oh, it's baggy and it looks like frumpy and this and that. I'm like, it's just one single shot. As I said back at the time, I'm a huge fan of Super Sentai, Kamen Rider, Tokusatsu in general, and there's been some seasons of Super Sentai as well as Kamen Rider where I've seen the suit, I've seen it just in pictures, and I'm just like, I don't know how this is gonna work. But then I see it in action, in motion, and I'm like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever. As I like to point out, Kamen Rider Gaim, the fruit-themed season, perfect example. I was like, when I saw the photos of the suits, I was like, this is dumb. And then when I saw the show, it's like one of my top 5 favorite Kamen Rider shows all time. And the suits definitely play a part in that. In motion, they look good. They fit in with the aesthetic, with the world that they're building. So I'm assuming the super suit's going to fit in with the world that they're building. You could see some influences from it. You can see the logo on the back. That's kind of from the All-Star Superman. The shape of the logo on the chest is from like another suit, and just some of the just aesthetic elements of the suit. You can tell they're pulling from multiple super suits with this. More importantly, we saw Edie Gathegi's Mr. Terrific, and that suit is looking good. Now, Mr. Terrific has been one of my favorite characters for a long time. We have a kind of shortage of really good black comic book characters that are kind of being pushed and given some shine. I was actually watching a video earlier kind of talking about this and pointing out, beyond Black Lightning or Static Shock, it's like, who are they putting out there in the forefront to develop in front of the people from a DC standpoint? And I was like, I kind of agree with that. But Mr. Terrific is getting some shine. We saw in Justice League versus the Fatal Five, he played a prominent role in that. He was big in the Justice League Unlimited portion of the Justice League, seasons. Great character in that, so I'm glad he was brought to life in the Arrowverse with some very, very mixed results, we'll say. I mean, there's some good things, a lot of shitty things with that portrayal. But now we get him on screen with the big screen Justice League. That's going to look a lot different than the one from who and his shit that he was doing over there. So I'm anxious to kind of see, again, because you see them walking along, they're talking in front of something. So I'm just really wondering at what point in time this takes place. Like, were the Justice League there first, and he is inspired by them? Was he doing some superhero stuff? And then the Justice League is like, comes along and says, hey, we've got powers like that dude, we should do something together. Like, who inspired who? I'm really kind of curious to see about that. But just looking at these two suits and how good they look, we got the trunks on Superman and everything. And like I said, Mr. Terrific is looking good. So I'm really wondering what, Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner is going to look like, what Hawkgirl is going to look like, what some of the other characters that we're going to see in this world are going to look like. Again, it just goes back to my point of I am tired of Superman movies. I am tired of Superman animated stuff. I am tired of Batman movies. I'm tired of Batman animated stuff. But if this is a vehicle to give some proper shine to these other characters in the Justice League that will go springboard into more stuff with them, I will give it a shot. I have faith in James Gunn. He's got a proven track record. So I'm here for what he's gonna bring with his Superman, which is the first big screen project from his rebooted DCU. We know that Creature Commandos, I believe, is coming later this year. So that'll be the first foray into his DCU world. But the first big screen foray is Superman Legacy got a long time to wait for it, which is kind of the thing with these big tentpole franchise type things. So I'm sure we'll be eating up every sort of set picture that we get as we eagerly await the first trailer, have to deal with people putting out stupid fake clickbaity headline type of YouTube shit where they're saying it's a teaser for it, but it's really just fan-made shit, which is fine if you want to do fan-made stuff, but don't put it out there as official just to get clicks on your channel. Like, come on now. But how it all shakes out in the end, we'll find out together, as we always and often do. But anyway, those are my thoughts on it, scattered as they often are. What do you guys out there think on the Super Suit and on Mr. Flippin' Terrific? Let me know in the comments below. Follow me on social media. Talk to me there. Talk to me here. Until next time, of course, and always let us geek.